And Delta Airlines, where everyone was expecting that the airline, not just Delta, but all the other airlines, would present poor financial results. Why? Because this quarter saw a surge and explosion in oil prices, which directly impacts the company's costs. But the company did an incredible job reducing its debts, managing to transform its revenue, which did not fall. The revenue remained steady, but by managing to reduce operational expenses, even with the rise in oil prices, the company was able to generate strong cash flow and, believe it or not, increased its dividend distribution by 15%. This proves that management, not just in a specific sector like the airline industry, which many people believe is very difficult, where companies can't prosper and face all sorts of barriers, this is a clear example that good management makes all the difference. When we look at it, folks, we see that the company had an operating revenue that reached $19.8 billion. The adjusted earnings per share was $1.56 above expectations, with an operating margin of 8.8%, also above the market's expectations. And what impacted this? The reduction of debt. Net debt fell to $13 billion, okay? The gross debt also ended up lower. Cash generation also saw a significant increase. It closed the semester with $1.4 billion in free cash flow, and as a result, increased its dividend distribution by 15% starting next quarter. Impressive, right? I like to see these companies that, even in challenging times, still manage to show progress. Okay, Gustavo, but we know you're a specialist in trends, in price direction. Show us, is it still worth investing in the company? Basically, folks, when we open up our analysis here, do you see these 56 and 65 here? We have a client portfolio that, well, we have a group of clients or several clients who have stock portfolios and hire us to analyze trends and price direction for them. Basically, these 56 and 65 were when we informed this group that the shares were entering an upward trend. Look how cool that is, folks. To give you a clear overview of the situation, it basically went up by as much as a staggering 70%. And at this very moment, it is still up by 58%, okay? There was a specific moment here right at the start of the war where we saw a more bearish movement. But soon after that, the buying pressure quickly resumed and took control of the market once again. So yes, up to now, the company is in what we would typically call a very strong upward trend. But it is also important to note that it is in what we call an all-time high, meaning it is currently more expensive than it has ever been in its entire history. And the fact that it's more expensive than ever before means we lose the reference point for how much further this stock can keep rising. The numbers came in good, but getting in at this moment, I already see as risky. Why? Because right now it's basically 18% more expensive than the fair price it should be at this week. So what is the most appropriate thing to do? Wait for this stock to return to its fair price, and then we can reassess for a safer entry. Buying now is simply buying into the euphoria of a rising market. I know that basically this earnings report was very strong, but we can also see here that this has already been priced in for quite some time. So basically, folks, the most interesting thing for those who haven't bought yet and would like to buy Delta Airlines is to wait for it to get close to $73 or $75, okay? There's a good chance it will do that, and then it should be reassessed. Afterwards, it's worth taking a closer look to see if the financial flow remains strong enough to drive the company's shares higher. So a wonderful earnings report and yet another stock being tracked by us here at our club. And yes, we have kicked off the second half of the year and the second major earnings quarter, starting specifically with Delta Airlines. This report will certainly be a significant challenge and is being closely watched by market analysts, as it is currently being presented as an excellent and successful campaign. All right? If you need anything, just reach out. Every day we're here bringing you price direction analysis, trends, directions, making sure our best helps you have more focused investments. May God bless you all. Take care. Bye-bye.